Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Now, we'll begin with Diddy, and we'll probably end with him too, because in the civil case, one of the many civil cases, this one is Anna Kane versus Sean Combs. What took place is Judge Clark. Many of the cases against Diddy have been stayed, pending a decision on the applicability of New York State's and New York City's look-back laws. But this one looks like it's going forward, as we reported from the courtroom, tweeting it live. In this case, Anna Kane, who was forced to give her name, she began as Jane Doe. The Combs lawyers said she'd have to give her name, and once she did, they said now it should all be stayed. So the judge didn't seem to think that's fair. And Anna Kane also said there's an unidentified third assailant. So she's asked the parties, or particularly the plaintiff, to propose a discovery schedule, maybe 4 months in length, which will allow possible discovery of this third assailant, and then it might be stayed after that. The idea seems to be this is going to take a while to resolve. Of course, by then, Sean Combs will be sentenced October 3rd. But we'll get back to that in a moment. Just a couple of other items in other hyped news. Now, we covered a very troubling story yesterday of a man who came from Germany to the United States to have sex with a minor. He got caught, and it seems like he's pled to a 10-year minimum. His name is Brandon Steen. Whether he's going to actually be allowed to go back to Germany and serve his sentence, I'm not sure. But there was no one else in the courtroom. It's with all the interest in this kind of abuse, this was a pretty significant, abuse and abusive case. For once, we're going to go financial because it's crypto and it's also the Community Reinvestment Act. Yesterday, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, before whom we have a pending FOIA appeal for their communications regarding the Circle application for a national banking charter. The OCC put out a directive saying that in the future, their Community Reinvestment Act exams will take into consideration whether the bank being examined engaged in politically motivated debanking. Now, of course, this involves straightly political things, but in recent years, it also involved crypto. It's going to be kind of interesting to find out because some of the biggest banks in the country, including, for example, JP Chase. JP Chase's Jamie Dimon was trashing Bitcoin for the longest, and one would have to assume that then the bank under his watch was a significant debanker. Anyway, it's easy to find out who closed crypto firms' bank accounts. And let's see whether the OCC actually follows through. I'm quite interested in that. The looks like they're going to film a film here. Hang on a moment. Check it out. Okay, so I said we'd get back to Diddy, and in fact, it's Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo. Now, we covered him. We, in fact, right up here where I'm coming up to now, questioned him after the verdict, which was largely viewed as a victory. Then, across the street in 100 Center Street, we found him representing a woman accused of assaulting a person who questioned her tearing down October 7th hostage flyers. It was then clarified that he's retained, not pro bono on that one. And today, at 11 a.m., he'll be doing a press conference regarding an Uzbek businessman named Uzbek Shadmanov. This guy was grabbed in Dubai, in the UAE, held incommunicado, at least without communicado to his lawyers, and then unceremoniously extradited to Uzbekistan. Now, it's true. I was sent this because I write about these cases. I ask about these cases. Now, the question that I have is, what has the UN done about any of this? Nothing, I'm sure, because Antonio Guterres has traipsed through Central Asia a number of times. He's constantly getting down with the UAE. So one of the things I'm curious about, Mark Agnifilo's press release about this gentleman, I think it's a retained case. He's a billionaire, cement magnate. His press release cites the UN. So worlds collide. The UN, we'll have more on this. That I can guarantee you. In any event, we're going in now to cover some cases. Inner City Press, to be continued.